And then my brother and John talk about electricity. I think John is trying to talk about energy inflation, okay? What the kilowatts or consumption per household was and what it is today.
Yes.
That does not erase the fact that if you want to talk about how much increase has been on electricity tariffs, this government has the lowest. That's the point. And I
Why
give
do you say so? He's saying that.
I give you some data.
Okay.
In 2010, the NDC government increased electricity tariffs by 89%. In 2011, it was 10%. In 2012, it went as high as 78%. In 2013, it was 28%. In 2014, it was 59%. In fact, the data suggests that there was a cumulative increase in electricity tariffs from 2013 to 2016 of 166%. That is the record of the NDC in terms of increases in electricity tariffs. In 2017, when the NPP took over, there was no increase in electricity tariffs. In 2018, electricity tariffs was reduced for businesses by 30% and 17.5% for households. This is President Akufo-Addo. In fact, in the wake of COVID in 2020, we saw the intervention government made by reducing electricity tariffs. In July 2019, electricity tariffs went up by 11%. In October 2019, it went up by 5.6%. If you look at the increases and the reductions from 2017 to date, we are saying that the cumulative increase, that is when you net off the increase with the reduction, the cumulative is 11%. That cannot be said of the NDC.
So, Doc,
that was increasing electricity tariffs over time and had a higher cumulative increase.
So, Doc,
that is what we are talking about.
The cumulative and everything.
Yeah.
As at 2016 December, I was spending 88 cedis a month. Electricity.
Yes.
88 cedis a month. Today, I'm spending 250 cedis.
Exactly.
Same consumption. I've not changed from my chamber and hall. From 88 cedis in 2016, today I'm spending 250 cedis a month for the same consumption.
Yeah.
What does this cumulative mean to me?
What the cumulative means is that it is able to give you the relative performance across maybe two regimes or two different points from A to B. Yes, it has gone up, and that is not what I am saying, that it hasn't gone up. I'm saying that it has gone up. But if the NDC is saying that it has increased and therefore they are making fetish out of it, that is why we are reminding them that if we had gone on the same progression of the rate of increase, just as it pertained under the era, what you're buying today that you're complaining would have been in fourfold or fivefold. Yes,
so the 88 would have been 1,000 Ghana.
Exactly, it has gone up. And also we must appreciate that maybe your income levels may have also changed. Inflation brings a different dynamics to it. So over time, that is why we're saying that a sustained increase over time. That is why we talk about the energy inflation. But we are saying that in terms of the relative increase and reduction in electricity tariffs, the NDC can never have a better record relative to the NPP because we have had just a cumulative increase of 11%. The NPP is known to have reduced electricity tariffs from 2009 to 2016. There wasn't any period that the NDC reduced electricity tariffs for this country.
So,
and that is
so
the
your
record.
Friend has a response.
That is the record. I'm coming.
Yes.
I'm coming. Then Honorable was talking about.
Now stay on the electricity.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes. Honorable Jinapo says, I'm not talking about energy inflation. I'm talking about the real increase as announced by PURC. I have just taken the cost of electricity in 2016 and that of 2023, the net effect. He says he's not talking about energy inflation. He says real increase as announced by PURC. All he has done is to take 2016 PURC 88 cedis and 2023 PURC 250 cedis. That's all he has done.
What does it mean by that? Does not reflect inflation. That you're talking about increase from one point to the other. That is the rate at which it has moved, and it's given the nominal figures. Okay, so if you want to do the ending minus,
and it says when you bring it to percentages, it's 22%. So it doesn't know where the 26%. So it doesn't know where your 11 is coming from.
The average reduction in 2018 was 22%. That is the average.
No, you don't get the point. He says that if you compare the 88 to the 250,
yes, over the period,
yes, so the increase over the period,
exactly,
it comes down to 26% increase per year, irrespective of when what was reduced and increased. If you just look at the increase over the 7-year period,
that cannot be correct. The cumulative increase, and when I say cumulative increase, it means, like you said, the reduction and then the increase.
No, unless you doubt the figure.
No, I doubt what is.
Unless you doubt the 88 and 250.
Well, no, I don't have those.
Yes, figures. If you don't doubt that, the calculation of 26% is correct.
I don't have those endpoint figures,
okay,
so I cannot say whether I doubt it or I don't doubt it. But the most important thing is that the cumulative increase has been 11%, and that is far lower than what we experienced under the years. Then, Honorable talks about IPEP. I don't know, but I'm sorry to say.
Talks about what?
IPEP. That is
okay.
$1 million. I don't want to say you need a bit education on this, but what you're saying is totally indicating that you don't understand this whole concept of the one constituency, $1 million project. This is the NPP manifesto in 2016. Okay, this is the NPP manifesto, and I want to quote to you, page 62.
Okay.
Infrastructure for Poverty Reduction Program. The NPP will reorient the national capital expenditure budget to place a focus on local constituency-specific needs. In this vein, an amount of the equivalent of $275 million, that is $1 million per constituency, will be reallocated from our existing capital expenditure budget to the IPEP. Let me move on to the relevant paragraph. Every constituency in the country will be allocated the equivalent of $1 million annually to finance capital expenditure on upgrading. This is how, paragraph 3. It is envisaged as part of their core mandate that the 3 development authorities, Northern, Middle Belt, and Coastal, will be the primary executing agencies under the IPEP. So yes, this promise was made, but the vehicle to execute this promise was through the development authorities. When Akufo-Addo came, did he create the development authorities? Yes. Are the development authorities executing projects under this program? Yes. So when you sit here and you say that a constituency was supposed to be doled $1 million,
but don't end there.
And I'm coming. You don't know where the $1 million is. Go to your constituency. There are IPEP projects in your constituency that your people are benefiting. All these projects are captured under that. So you cannot say that promise was not.
Doc, can't I simply take the budget statement?
Yes.
And look at whether the equivalent of $275 million has been allocated to the 3 development agencies on a yearly basis.
That you can do.
Is that not the promise?
Absolutely, you can.
And then further to that, can't I find out whether indeed
the project
development authority responsible for my constituency has done projects equivalent to $1 million? So first of all, were they giving
exactly
their money?
Yes.
So but does the budget statement, and of course the preceding year, which will tell us what was actually released,
does
it confirm that on a yearly basis, $275 million were given to these 3 development
and therefore over a certain period of time, you have this amount. You can do that. Okay, and
is that not what should be done?
I love that to be done.
Yes.
And that is the most important thing to do.
But if that were done, what will it say of government's commitment to this particular thing?
If you're able to do that, I don't have that assessment now, but I'm sure, and I can tell you from what I know, that if you're able to do that, yes, you will be able to establish the fact that indeed funds were channeled through these development authorities under the $1 million per constituency for development projects and get some of the projects in place completed. But I can also tell you that you are not likely to find that the equivalent of exactly $1 million was spread for, let's say, for the 4 years, or over the 4-year period. It means that there was some shortfall somewhere. And that is why we admit in our performance tracker that the measurement of our performance is not up to 100%. There are things we promise we've been able to do to some point, we've not been able to complete. But it does not erase the fact it does not erase the fact that we stayed true to that commitment, to ensuring that we provide resources through the 275 for development. Yes.
The 275 a year, which comes up to 1.1 billion over a 4-year period. How much of that was released to the 3 authorities?
You know, unfortunately, I will not be able to give you that data.
That's fine.
Yes. So that
please let him wrap up.
That's the point I wanted to make.
Okay.
There's another thing he said that I can't recall.
Okay.
Where I put it.
Maybe let me bring him in, and then you can come.
Yes. I mean.
All right.
Randy.
Yes.
Development authorities. He says that I don't understand.
No. Okay. He didn't say you don't understand.
I approve development authority budget. Okay.
Why is it you approve?
When I say the finance committee.
Okay.
So I'm very, very conversant with the workings of development authorities. At no point have they been able to even give $500,000 per constituency, as we speak. Development authorities, the legacy of development authorities is a littering of uncompleted projects and arrears in excess of 4 billion Ghana cedis as we speak. 4 billion Ghana cedis. Even though you could not even provide the $1 million, the ones that you said you were going to provide, they awarded the contract, you didn't even send the money for them to pay. In my constituency, I cannot point to one iPad project that is completed and used. I cannot point to one.
That is strange, though.
I cannot point to one.
I have a lot in my constituency.
Well, that's your constituency. I'm saying that it was for my constituency, and I'm asking you to respond to my constituency.
I don't
and I'm saying that
I can tell you evidence
and I'm saying that you see, just like Zongo Development Authority, Zongo Development Fund, you promised $50 million. There's a Zongo Development Fund, but you have $50 million a year in there. No,
but
you don't even have $20 million a year in there. That is the point I'm making. And you want to continue to make several other claims and promises when you have not even shown faith with what you said you were going to do. Let me tell you something. It is not about creating the entity development authority. It's about making sure that the funding that you said you were putting there, you put it there. And you didn't. It's not about creating Zongo Development Fund. It's about putting the money that you said you put there, there.
Randy,
that is the point.
Randy, he accepts the fact. He accepts the fact.
That
let him finish. Let him finish.
Jobs.
Gideon, let him finish.
Okay.
Randy, the biggest challenge is not just about the fact that the growth, I mean, there is an increase in unemployment rate. But it's also that your data itself is not credible. Your data that you are pointing to, the 2.1 million, per verifiable data available to everybody, other than what is available to the MPP, that cannot be verified. If you have SNIT, I mean, if you have the audit service that is saying that it was able to verify 760,000, and you are talking to almost 1.4 million in the public sector, where are they? That's a very basic question to answer. It is easy to cook data and come and tell us you have created 2.1. But the available data that is substantiated does not support it. We are not seeing those numbers reflecting where they are supposed to be reflecting. And that is the bottom line. Electricity. Ghanaians are going to be livid with you if you continue to give excuses about electricity. You have a situation where every quarter you are increasing electricity bills. And you are here saying that it is better. I don't understand what you are trying to tell me. You are trying to tell me that the increases don't occur. People go to buy electricity, and when they arrive at home, they are not even sure whether they should put it in their meter, because immediately they put it in, it is taken. It disappears, and they are back in darkness. And you are here saying that you have reduced electricity tariffs, and that your average increment is only about 11%. When the numbers are put to you based on the reckoner, You said that you cannot substantiate. So where did you get that data? But you see, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. The people of Ghana are suffering. You people came and said you apologize to the people of Ghana. And then in one breath, you are telling the people of Ghana you have not done anything wrong. That's exactly what you're saying.
So, Randy.
That's exactly what you're saying.
Randy.
So, fulfilling a promise is just about dropping something in there and have a name about it.
First and foremost, I didn't say the average increase in electricity tariffs is 11%. I said the cumulative.
Whatever you call it. Whatever you call it.
No, you need to understand. Because
I'm saying that, whatever you call it, I buy it.
Please. We understand what you are trying to do. Don't deceive people with a lack of understanding of a term and accept that.
Okay, bring it to
average increase is not the same as cumulative.
So bring it to the level of the
average increase is not the same as
tell
cumulative.
me the ordinary man, what does that mean?
Please. What it means
is that
cumulative. Average means that there were periods of increase.
And so now if you go to buy electricity, what is the impact?
So you need to understand that
to buy electricity,
the use of the term you got it wrong.
Buying electricity now.
Please.
So when you go there, I want a cumulative average.
No.
Is that what you go to?
What I told you is that we admit the fact that under this government, like all other governments, we have had increases in electricity tariffs. But you and I sitting here, who want to project to the Ghanaian people that individually, our political parties are better performers in terms of electricity tariffs. I am sitting here giving you data to suggest that we have never had the increases in electricity tariffs to the tune of 89%, 78%, 59% as we experience under the NPC relative to this government. And therefore,
this data you bring, where is it from?
If you want Ghanaians to make a choice as to who NPP NDC stands a better chance to reduce electricity tariffs for Ghanaians, is the NPP.